Good evening, everyone. I am here for your Sunday night planning and focus tips for the week. If you were with me last week, we talked about remembering the pause, and specifically talking about how we have forgotten just how to have a sense of wonder and delight, and how in our busy everyday we've been trading that sense of wonder for worry, that taking time and moments for delight and trading it for the demands of our day. So if you missed that, you can go back and check that from last Sunday. And also during the week, I had given and posted different things about remember the pause, right? And there was a blog post and things. So this week, and actually even further out, want to take it a step further and move towards really making progress and making sure that we don't get too comfortable in the pause, right? Remembering the pause is good practice for curbing the exhaustion and the overwhelm and the overworking, right? Very important. But just as important is to make sure that we are not paralyzing ourselves and getting too comfortable and too relaxed. Because in order to make progress, the number one thing we have to do is move. So for the next 4 Sundays, we're going to actually walk through what it means to move. And if you haven't been with me for very long, or you don't know me very well, I love acronyms, and it's just kind of the way that my brain thinks. I think in alliteration and just acronyms. So yes, this is going to be an acronym for MOVE, M-O-V-E. And tonight is the first night and the first step in making sure that we make progress and that we move. And another little thing about me is I'm a bit of a word nerd, and I'm a researcher. I need to know the why behind things. And for me personally, in order for me to move, I have to be motivated. And I've talked about this before, even a couple weeks ago, about motivation only comes after inspiration. Motivation and being motivated is the external thing that happens after you've already been inspired. And inspiration is an inside job. Motivation is what happens after you've been inspired. So to keep in line with our theme for the next few weeks, move, today and this week, we're going to focus on that first part, the M of our MOVE acronym, and it's mindset. The first thing that we need to get right in order to move is our mindset. Make up our mind. Make a decision. Make the decision. Are you going to wallow, or are you going to do what you need to do to win? Are you going to keep making excuses, or find a way to execute the plan, right? I love this phrase that I saw, and I think it's a meme or something somewhere. Make a decision. The world is full of flat squirrels who couldn't make a decision, which I think that's funny, but part of it is kind of like not true. The poor squirrel, you try and cross the street when you've got a car coming at you at 60 miles an hour, right? But make a move, make a decision. It starts in your mind. One of the things that I like to say is believe that you can, and you're halfway there. Make up your mind and stop trading for one of the things that we do in procrastinating, we plan in perfection, right? We want everything to fall in line perfectly and, work out the way that we have it in our mind without actually doing things. And what happens? The moment you start doing something, then you can automatically start to pivot and change your mind because it's not exactly how you thought, because now you're doing it. I know that's true for me. I can plan out something, all the way down to the very last detail. And then once I actually get in motion and start doing it, I realize, look good on paper, but actually now that I'm doing it, this would be easier, or that would be better, or something like that. So again, move. That's going to be our whole theme for the next few weeks. Move. We want you to make progress. So the first, mindset. Make up your mind. Are you in or are you not? This isn't the time for fence sitting. This isn't, well, maybe. You can't do anything with a maybe, especially if you're in business. When someone tells you maybe, it's so frustrating. Not only is it frustrating for you, but they don't even know it, but it's frustrating to them too. What do you do with a maybe? Maybe is kind of like this limbo, nowhere land. You can do something with a yes, and you can do something with a no. I would rather someone tell me no, they don't want to work with me, than say maybe. If it's no, that's okay. I have an answer. I can now proceed. Maybe kind of leaves you. So what do? All the time we tell ourselves maybe. Well, maybe tomorrow. Maybe next week. Maybe when the kids go back to school. Maybe this. Make a decision. Okay, so this week we're going to focus on mindset. What do you need to make up your mind in order to move forward and make progress? I'm going to leave you with this thought. And I put a post this morning that I was flipping through, searching for what I thought was an old blog post that I wrote. And I found a little note and it said strength and courage. And I wrote it, and it was like a little sticky note somewhere. And I'm like, I wrote about that before. Looked at a blog post, couldn't find it. Found something else and posted that. I have some things that I'll post this week too. But those two words, strength and courage. Oftentimes we want to lump them together and think of them as the same, but they're not. Strength is an action. It takes doing. You have to do something. And to fill our purposes here, move. So strength is an action. And I said in the beginning that I'm a bit of a word nerd, right? So the word strength, the Greek root word, comes from a word called dynamos, which means power. And it's where we get our word dynamite. Isn't that cool? So strength is an actual action. You have to do something. Courage, on the other hand, is a mindset. Courage goes along with confidence and boldness. It's a characteristic. So that's internal. Strength is something external. It's an action. So, like I said earlier, in order for us to be motivated to do something, we first have to be inspired. Inspiration is an inside job. We need to make up our minds first to get that inspiration before we're motivated. Inspiration, inside job. It takes courage then, inside, mindset, in order for us to take action. Strength, actually doing it, getting in, doing the work, right? Isn't that cool? I just thought I would share that with you as we look ahead at our week in making progress and making a move. And the first part in making a move is mindset. Make sure that you have the right mindset. And that means before you plan tomorrow, sit down tonight and decide what those top priorities are going to be. What does that look like? What has to come off your plate? What do you have to say no to? What do you maybe have to say yes to that you've been afraid? It's going to take courage, and courage is an internal thing. It's a mindset. And that internal inspiration sparks the outward motivation where you take action and it strengthens. Isn't that? I just love how things tie together like that. Maybe it's just me. But so for this week, mindset. Learn to minimize the negative things that are going on in your mind and maximize the positive. I like to think of the verse Philippians 4:8. Whatever things are true, whatever things are pure, whatever things are noble, think on these things. Our minds are very, very powerful. And that's why it's so important to start there before we start any project, before, anything. It starts in our minds. Make up your mind first. That is my tip for this week. And look for the posts this week are all going to be centered around mindset and things about, being inspired first before you're motivated. That's a huge one. And acting what you believe. If you believe, you achieve. Believe that you can, and you're halfway there. That's half the battle, is making up your mind. That's good, Deana. She just popped in and said, I saw something a few days ago. If someone tells you that you can't do something, that's their shortcoming, not yours. Yes, it's so true. We take on this, I don't even know what it is. We're so worried about what others are going to think or if they're going to approve of us or not. But at the end of the day, they're not laying in bed at night wondering, what if? Should I go for it? It's your dream. It's your goal. This is your progress we're talking about. So this week, mindset. In the next few weeks, we're going to talk about all the areas we need in order to make a move. M-O-V-E. This week is M, mindset. All right. Hope that helps you. Look for more encouragement here on the Facebook page. Also, you can check out deanafarrell.com. There's blog posts there, and I am just started. We are going through, we just finished, on week 1 in Fearless Focus group coaching course. Super excited about that. These ladies are pumped, and we just got rolling. So have a great week, and just remember mindset. Mindset this week. Make up your mind. Think about it. The more decisions you make ahead of time, the less reaction you have later, the less time you spend reacting to things that happen when you make decisions ahead of time. Mindset, make up your mind. All right. Have a great week, and I will see you back here on Wednesday to check in on you to see how that's going. And also check the Facebook group or the page tomorrow for our weekly giveaway. All right. Have a good week.